of the easiest and the basic ways to create better balance even as we age. Thanks for joining us, Maggie.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, so there's 5 things to consider when we want to incorporate balance training into our workout.
Okay.
And the first of that is to consider doing some exercises barefoot.
Oh,
Okay.
Now, this is not a good choice for everyone. Right, if you have a lot of foot pain, you might not start here.
Sure.
But if you're barefoot, you work a lot more of the muscles of the lower leg and the foot, and they think the sensory nerves in your feet pick up a lot more sensations, and your nervous system figures out where you are in space better.
Okay.
Yes.
But you can start simply, like, this might be struggle in the heels, Taylor, but
But, you know, sometimes your feet
I
go
got
into the
you.
heels, so
I got
maybe this
you.
will bring that back. But
you might.
we'll try.
We're going to start just rolling up on the balls of your feet. So you can do it in shoes,
Hey,
but
I'm doing it in heels, guys.
you're doing it.
Anything is possible if you just believe. We don't need to get a tight shot on my toes. Nobody needs to see that. But
So
trying.
one thing you might notice is that you roll out towards your pinkies. You want to have equal weight across the ball of your foot.
I can't even balance right now. Okay.
I got you, Taylor.
Oh,
Well-
so you want to almost like bring your knees together to get that
You,
center of balance.
you want to feel like you're putting pressure under your big toe a little bit.
Okay, I feel that.
Okay? So, barefoot exercises.
Yes.
The next thing is to consider different surfaces. So, doing your regular exercise routine on a foam mat or even a yoga mat makes a difference versus a wooden floor or carpeted floor.
Good call.
Or
Less cushion.
Oh, boy,
you could
Jimmy.
bring out a toy
Yeah.
like the Bozoo, and you can do any workout. Do you
Yes.
want to hop on?
I think this
Actually,
is for you.
this
It's
is
all for you.
one of my favorites here, you know.
This is one of my
One
favorites,
leg
too.
Lunge. Now, critique my form, Maggie. What am I doing
So,
wrong here?
I would keep a little more weight in your back leg
Okay.
and go
Sit up straighter.
Yes, you could join me for this.
Harder than it looks, you guys.
But now you're doing your regular workout and getting more balance without making it all about balance.
Sure.
You could hop on there with hand weights and do your arm exercises
like that. Okay.
and throw in some balance.
But see, the thing is with the Bosu ball, the ground is moving, so you actually have to think about contracting your
Yeah, you
core.
only got 1 foot on, Jimmy.
I know.
You had 2.
So,
You know what, Maggie? I'm going to let you show us how to do it properly. Let's
Well-
do the 2-foot squat.
Yeah.
2-foot squat here,
This
right?
is another good one.
So you could go down and up on a squat.
It looks so easy.
Yeah, really.
Or a fun one that I won't make look as easy is trying to balance on one foot and you're getting a little outer thigh.
But if we take a look at her ankle and her foot while she's doing that, that's where you're...
There's a lot of movement.
Yeah.
And people think that's wrong. They're like, oh, I'm wiggling. No, you're finding your balance.
Right.
That's okay.
Cool.
You mentioned the core.
Yes.
The core is a huge part of balance.
Gotta tighten
So
it up.
planking, side planking, bridging, okay?
Yes.
Also, as you progress with the balance, trying exercises with your eyes closed.
Okay.
You don't have to start here, but let's just try coming back on our toes and closing our eyes.
It's a lot harder. You guys do this
Oh,
at
boy.
home.
All right.
Closing
Try
our
it
eyes
out.
and going on our toes.
Yep, once you're up there, close your eyes and notice how much harder it is to balance,
Yeah.
right?
You almost are kind of nervous to even go up on your toes because, I don't know, does it throw your equilibrium off?
Well, it's like you
I don't
forget
know.
everything
Well-
that you just learned because you're like, where am I?
So here's the thing, vision plays a huge role in balance. So as we age and we lose
Yeah.
our balance, we're also losing our vision and our hearing. So when you practice balance exercises without that, you're being preemptive, right, about that going away.
All right. Here's a good idea to kind of separate static and dynamic movements. What are some options
Absolutely.
for both there?
You need to do both. So the most simple is to balance on one foot.
Okay.
You can do it in line at the grocery store. You can do it while you're pumping gas.
Now, what
Tree
should we
pose
be
in
thinking
yoga.
about, though? What should we be feeling? What should we be trying to keep in place?
So, one, you want to stay balanced. You want to try to make sure your hip doesn't drop down. So
Okay.
you're trying to keep your hips level.
Yep.
You want to make sure you do both legs, right? Very often, just like we have a
Yeah, we have
dominant
a favorite
hand,
leg,
we have a
yeah.
dominant
Yes.
leg, and we tend to always pick that leg when we balance.
Got to balance out the equation,
And what were you
guys.
saying about the tree and the yoga?
So in the yoga pose, the tree, that's another static pose, right? So we're balancing but not moving. If you want to make it dynamic, which is important, you balance on one foot but you add movement. My favorite is called the tipping bird.
Okay.
So you would put all your weight in one leg, the other leg goes behind you and your arms go out in front,
Yep.
and you hinge at your hips until you feel a pull in the hamstring. You bring your back leg up.
That leg up. Okay.
Yep, so the
All
back
way
leg
up to
stays
the back.
in line with your torso,
Look at this. Yep. That's how you do it.
and you try to keep your hips square.
Okay.
And if you're struggling with that, you can use a chair, right? Because very often people turn out, and then you're not
Yes.
getting the balance challenge in the same way.
Good call. I do that all the time.
Maggie, it's called Personal Euphoria for a reason, you guys. Check her out on Instagram. You can actually see
Yes.
videos of her demoing all of these stretches and movements.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Maggie.
Thanks.